Our next song is Mercy Mercy Me, The Ecology, from Marvin Gaye's legendary Conscious Soul album, What's Going On. Its reflection on the degradation of our environment is conveyed more musically than lyrically, and it'll help us discuss decarbonization. What is decarbonization? To decarbonize means to stop releasing carbon dioxide, which is the largest share of global man-made greenhouse gas emissions. It primarily comes from fossil fuels, which we really started burning around the Second Industrial Revolution, around the turn of the 19th and 20th centuries. Since then, the global average temperature has increased 1 degree Celsius, which does not sound like much at all until you realize the change in global average temperatures for the 10,000 plus years before we started burning fossil fuels was also 1 degree Celsius. So, in roughly 200 years, humans have increased the global temperature as much as what it took the natural world 10,000 years to. If you feel like you haven't noticed it, you probably have noticed wildfires burning more frequently and more fiercely, stronger and faster hurricanes, rising sea levels, and the rapid melting of glaciers that have existed for millennia. That's just 1 degree, and the world is on track right now to increase at least 3 degrees by 2100. These numbers are averages, and their impact will be widely spread across human civilization. We're talking annual deadly heat waves in India and Pakistan, twice as many megacities as today becoming heat-stressed, higher probability of droughts affecting the Mediterranean, Africa, South America, Australia. Water availability will fall as groundwater dries up for people in river basins, especially in the Middle and Near East. Habitable ranges for flora and fauna will shrink, and entire ecosystems will transform. The point is, a 3-degree increase would be disastrous for this world. Decarbonization tackles just one aspect, albeit a significant one, of what we can do to address this impending future. The US is not currently the largest emitter of carbon dioxide, but considering that it began burning fossil fuels earlier than most other nations, it is historically the largest producer of carbon emissions, putting us front and center in the global conversation of decarbonization. Our current president, Donald Trump, does not have a plan for curtailing our carbon emissions. It's not like he has a plan and we don't like it because it doesn't slow down global warming enough. He just doesn't have a plan at all. And given the urgency of decarbonizing our energy economy before global warming reaches catastrophic levels, it's safe to say that another 4 years of him could ruin our chances to cap the rise. Not only does he not have a plan, his administration is marked with countless rollbacks of existing regulations designed to reduce emissions. Just a few examples. He's withdrawn us from the Paris Climate Accord, a global collaborative effort to combat climate change, rolled back safety measures for offshore drilling, safety measures implemented after the BP oil spill we all witnessed in 2010, and greenlighting several new oil pipelines to carry crude oil to refineries. When the US, front and center on the global stage, not only refuses to participate in curbing global warming, but actively proliferates the industry most guilty of contributing to it, we show the world that we care more about profit and convenience now than the investment in our future and the world our kids will inhabit. How can we decarbonize when our economy is so intertwined with fossil fuels, and how do we do it by 2050, as Joe Biden has pledged to do in his campaign climate plan? The physicist Saul Griffith conducted a lengthy, in-depth review of America's energy economy and distilled it into an amazing chart that is explained in a video I've linked in the description of my last video for this week. Essentially, to decarbonize by 2050, we'd have to stop getting our electricity from natural gas and coal, start getting it solely from decarbonized sources, wind, solar, nuclear, geothermal, etc. And then after that's done, use this clean electricity to power everything else. Our cars, our home heating, the commercial sector, etc. We currently have the technology to achieve the vast majority of this, excluding things like commercial air travel and industrial production. Based on Griffith's predictions, a free market approach to adopting clean electric machines over fossil fuel-driven ones is just not feasible given our tragically truncated timeline. Government intervention is absolutely necessary. Decarbonization is a controversial topic. As I was writing this, a Facebook acquaintance posted some harsh criticism for Governor Newsom for banning the sale of new gas-powered cars by 2035 in California, and I also saw China pledge to be carbon neutral before 2060, so something of a roller coaster there. I hope this has piqued your interest about the urgency of this initiative.